I'm not gonna lie to you, this month was a whirlwind. While the year started off with a planned slowness, March came barreling through the door like a freight train. The cookie store had about 5 shows for the month, and that's not including like some of the other acts that were going on. Either way, it was time to get to work. So, pulled out my trusty camera, and one shot at a time. One shot at a time. Time to rock and roll, baby.
But up 316, this is 215. I said my story's complicated, but I'm still gonna try to tell you how I ended up inside the heart of the land, and how I had to readjust myself the best that I can. The year was 2018 when the streets got mean, and I got to thinking to myself about changing the scene. I was dating, raving, entertaining, messing around, and then she pitched the idea. Why don't you move to Old Town? Write a novel idea. I'm getting up out of here. I packed the cheesesteak and a briefcase that would last me a year. When I got off the plane at the ICT, it was 3 in the morning.
Literally, it was just me.
My ride came through when she picked me up. She had some barbecue. I start with you, the 3 in the cup. And before we settled in, she kinda showed me around. That's when I started my journey as the Prince of Old Town. Hey. A fight. Another one.
So March started out with a bang. On the 3rd, we had 333 Fest, and a lot of people had some new stuff in addition to the stuff that we've already heard, but they had some new stuff, and all that shit sounded good, man. Everybody's set sounded fire, so a lot of new shit is coming this year. So keep a lookout for the homies, yo.
I was hoping I could see you. Drunk texting me too. I just wanna feel you. My anxiety is in you. I think the part of me is in you. Look at all the things we can do. All the reality. I'm only pleased like a sensu. I hope these dreams don't offend you. She left me clean on the runway. She took the sun around my Sundays. And I'm sipping on this Bombay. Driving drunk down the hallway. Smoke dancing on my, smoke dancing on my, smoke. Smoke dancing on my, smoke dancing on my, smoke. Smoke. Smoke dancing on my, smoke dancing on my, smoke. Smoke. Smoke dancing on my, smoke dancing on my, smoke. Smoke. Smoke dancing on my, smoke dancing on my, smoke. More green than we ought to have. Homie wanna be like please, Brody, just cop a half. I was 17 with big dreams and contraband. You been getting dough, see the steam from this ciabatta bag. Leech up on your hoe, cause she feeding it, she wanna gag. Please go learn some harder raps. Y'all just water fast. Y'all gon' need some thickest in it. Isn't even paper thin. Y'all shit more McDonald raps. Pay your bitch so holla back. Air Max, flick jeans, a whack ass hat. That's a sketch promoter starter pack. Did I hit a nerve? I'm tired of playing nice. We can't do shit on the alert. Me and my niggas don't do dirt, so if we shoot it, we disperse it. No love found like we put Cupid in a hearse. Niggas stupid, so I excluded them at first. Never dumb it down, kill it out loud, mixing juniper with herbs. I've been traveling in the lake of Jouquin. They like it woke and scratch the surface. These niggas jokes, they try to learn it. No, never cast a pearl before swine at my service. Whole world ain't defined, so decide your purpose. You gon' be a slave to eyes until your eye. Be a servant, I be a servant now. This homies left me hurting. And remember when she turned me down, now she like he's putting me in. But that's probably not a great in the body shop. You keep writing shit simple, honestly I'm pocket shot. With the shoes on in the kitchen, ain't no slipping. Brand new shipment and it's all in the coffee pot. I got smoke dancing on my real view. I was hoping I could see you. Jump text and let me be too. I just wanna be the real you. My anxiety is see through. I think the part of me is in you. Look at all the things we've been through. All the galaxies we've been to. I'm on these beats like they said soup. Man, I hope these dreams don't offend you. Man, she left me clean on the runway. Took the sun about my Sundays. Now I'm sipping on this Bombay. Driving drunk down the one way. Smoke dancing on my, 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 smoke.
We're heading from Old Town to the cookie store. We're gonna discuss some video, some visuals for Maurice, and check out the recording of what they're doing over there. So follow me, and we're gonna head on over to the cookie store. Right here. Cookie store, Fresh Prince. Mr. Video Extraordinaire. How you doing? have to visit there. Don't need anything for that either. But it's got prime location now. Right across from the courthouse. Don't know what's going on up there, but we finna see. We finna find out when we get there. Turn around or something. Oh, that's the fire department. He's just backing it. Yeah, it's right across from the news station. That's hilarious to me. I don't know why, but it makes sense. If you're a news station, I never have to do another place. Oh, who's that handsome guy? That's Casket Girl. Yeah. Look who it is. Yo, yo. Oh, I got everybody out here.
Hey, that's what I was saying. That's why I was like, I can wait as well. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Wait, Maurice, I got one. Wait, did you get a roll? No. Are they strong?
I'm not good.
I'm not coming late.
I feel like if a nigga wants to hit me right now, it's over with. But now,
Wait.
alright, so we talked about visuals was the first thing we covered with
Girl,
Biz.
thank you.
Yo.
Talking about Robin shit. March 21st, they're gonna link up.
So I arrived at the cookie store where we gather there pretty much every week to discuss the new projects and the ongoing projects. For me, I only talk usually about the visual aspect of it, and then everybody else kind of works on various projects they got going on. It's a dope atmosphere when you see something come together. Logan and Shock were able to get something together on this time around.
Girl, get high with me. Girl, get high with me. Come escape through a race of a fantasy. Let me take to a place that you can't believe. Come get high with me. Come get high with me.
I was saying
Yes, I knew it. I knew it. That shit hard.
Yeah. That sounds good.
That's hard.
That sounds good.
yes.
Alright, my suspicions were correct.
That wasn't the only studio recording I attended. Keo and Them have a new single out. We say new because it's been on the channel, and if you've seen them live, you've seen it live. It's been around for a while, but the studio version is out of Money Grooves, one of my jams. So I went over there to get some shots of them. Stay tuned for more on that in the future as well. They're also going on tour. If you watch the news regularly, you know that.
A Wichita band is taking its music on the road to spread awareness about the air capital. Cake photojournalist Aaron Cook has a look at their message in tonight's Heart of Cake Land.
Music is like a form of someone telling you what their heart is saying.
Speaking from the heart is exactly what drew Keo Fletcher into music.
Music is important to me just because it is the one thing that's helped me one, figure out who I was, and then two, figure out how to navigate like the world. Before I started doing music, I didn't actually know how to express myself. I didn't know how to like tell people, hey, this crazy stuff happened to me, and this is how it makes me feel today, and this is how it affects me today. But once I started doing music, I was writing songs, and I was like, oh, yeah, this actually works. This is like a good way of expression.
Now, her band Keo and Them is going on tour to spread awareness of Wichita's music and art scene.
Most of my music was...
If I'm gonna be honest with you, this whole week was just, there was a lot going on, because in addition to this, you know, I did kind of a last second run and gun video with Maurice in Paris, and then right after that, I headed to Kansas City with Shvkxir. In Kansas City, we just kind of ran the streets. I mean, Shvkxir had a show later on that night, so we stopped by the venue to do a little sound check and whatnot. But after that, we hit the streets.
$1, $2, $3. I'm a $3 rich dollar baby. I'm blessed and now so much it helps relieve my stress. Avoiding all my problems, I get off my chest. Cause I hit the bank, hit the bank, hit the bank. Let it drain, let it drain, let it drain. Sip the pain, sip it, sip, sip, lap it up, drip, drip. You can just sit my nigga work now. Dollar bills, y'all. If that ain't what you talking, we ain't talking at all. Don't get in your feels, come meet a real boss. Let's shimmy, shimmy through the pennies, making money grooves. Dollar bills, y'all. If that ain't what you talking, we ain't talking at all. Don't get in your feels, come meet a real boss. Let's shimmy, shimmy through the pennies, making money grooves.
Like and subscribe, bro. Hit that notification. Noti game.
My month of making visuals for music wasn't over. After that, I did a visual for Chris Soap off the Delicatessen album. And, you know, I honestly think so far this is my best video yet. I don't know, I'm working on a video right now, so who knows how, I mean, maybe that turns out to be the best one so far. So onward and upward, you know what I'm saying? As I mentioned a little bit earlier, Keo and Them had a tour to go on, about an 8-state tour, and they kicked it off in Wichita with us, and that was amazing. There were so many people out there. This weekend happened to be June and Jouquin's first time performing at the Wave, so that had to be a cool experience for them. You know, it's only gonna get better from here, so we out here grinding. There were small periods of times where we got some time to relax, but when I say they were tiny periods of time, like it was very short-lived. As soon as we finished something else was coming up, and then when something scheduled wasn't coming up, something very unexpected was coming up. We had a situation at our crib where, I don't know, something got backed up and it ruined a lot of our stuff, so we ended up having to, you know, deal with that and figure out how we're going to replace some of our stuff. It's all good, you know. I mean, kind of sucks, but you know, it's life, I guess. What are you going to do?
They cracking it up because no matter how much she tries, she struggles to stop.
One of the last shows I ended up going to that month was Jouquin's release party, and that was pretty cool. Paris was there. I hadn't seen Paris in a while, and even though I got there a little bit late, wanted to be able to see Staring at the Sun and Chris Soap perform.
But you know, there'll be plenty more times in the future. I'm positive of that. Overall, this was probably my busiest month on the 1 Year in Kansas series. Like, by far, there was a lot going on between the shows and things that happened to me, and you know, literally there was no time for sitting down. But you know, it was fun, and I think that we have a lot. I mean, this is just the beginning of the year. We're just getting into spring, so I'm looking forward to the rest of the year. But you know, for now, I'm gonna try to sit my ass down. I'm not gonna lie. I got something special coming up for you next month, hopefully. So stay tuned for that. But until then, hey, I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Don't be afraid to the mental through. Mass psychosis been enacted since Vera was alive. Ignorance tends to trick human communication out of compassionate conversation. Communicate. I don't blame you though, it's a natural response tonight. You have kids you want to keep happy and educated. There's no time to better the city that they have always lived in. And no, nah. Paul McDuck passed over daily bowls and Friday drinks. I was knighted here, Wichita night. Yeah. Paul McDuck passed over daily bowls and Friday drinks. I was knighted here, Wichita night. Yo. On a warm Wichita night, I felt worn. Then some sort of fresh maker came with a sword and knighted me. On a warm Wichita night, I felt worn. And some sort of fresh maker came with a sword and knighted me. On a warm Wichita night, I felt worn and dizzy and down with the ground. I hugged the tree, took what came.
I ended this vlog at 2:15 so everybody can watch Trump get fingerprinted. Beach.